Hey, welcome to Mopar Jeans. We're back with another video here. You know, the whole point of this channel is to kind of do a DIY from scratch, what it takes to kind of hot rod some of your own stuff. And although I have a lot of air tools and other stuff that I have access to, I thought I would make kind of a basic video and show how much it would cost to have some decent tools of your own and what it would take to, you know, basically have everything you need to work on your own stuff. So I took a lot of time doing a lot of research, mainly on price, but also on a lot of YouTube channels like Project Farm and Tool Reviews and other things, looking at, you know, torque specs and reliability and torture tests and all sorts of different things. And really what I figured out is that trying to find the exact tool that they used is probably not realistic, because number one, they're normally using higher end things, or they're older videos, so different model numbers have come out. And I found that particularly difficult with things like mid-size impacts and drills and stuff like that, where there's too many model numbers to keep track of. So I went with Craftsman. I know that's not the best brand out there, but I was going to go to Harbor Freight. I was going to go to Harbor Freight and get some Hercules tools. But by the time I put the packages together, I made a couple different browser windows, and I just built my cart. And I basically put the same thing in every cart. And what I found out is that Harbor Freight was more expensive than Craftsman. And it's an hour drive at least for me to get to a Harbor Freight. And I wanted to have the ability to get replacements or batteries or whatever if the need be. So that was one of the things that went into my decision. Another part of this is warranty. You know, you get a 3-year limited warranty at Craftsman. You can get more. But that was one nice thing. That's kind of like, well, you already get that. I think Harbor Freight, a lot of their stuff has warranties, but again, I don't live near a Harbor Freight, so that might make a big difference for some of you guys. Another big thing is the batteries for the Craftsman tools. I got all 4 amp hour batteries other than what came in the basic kit, and those were $39 on sale, which made a big difference, because I think they were $79 for the Harbor Freight Hercules 4 amp hour batteries. So that was one thing that really cut down on price. The cheapest tools was actually to go to Walmart. I made a cart full of Hart brand tools. I just didn't feel like they were going to be reliable enough. Now, I have no reason to believe that they're just going to suck, but there's significantly less reviews. You can find them. You can search, you know, YouTube, Google, and find tool reviews for them. I just felt a lot more comfortable going with Craftsman or Dewalt or even Harbor Freight than I did with or Kobalt tools than I felt going with Hart. And the final price that I paid at Craftsman was, the total for my order after tax was $513, I believe. It was like $475 before tax. Harbor Freight was almost exactly the same, but I had one less battery, and I had not added on like blades for the Sawzall, just for the grinder, stuff like that. So those are things that, now they're inexpensive, but it just adds up. Hart was about $350. So it was significantly cheaper, about $100. So if you're even wanting to save more money, even more budget, you can save even more money. And by the way, going somewhere to, like Harbor Freight, and getting the Bauer line instead of Hercules, and going with corded tools instead of cordless. These are all cordless, brushless tools. You know, I am trying to get away from my air tools and do something that is, start over with, you know, something that everyone has. And there's a lot of startup costs with air compressors and all that sort of stuff when you're have air tools. And I didn't feel like going to and buying extension cords and plugins and all this sort of stuff for if I was going to be upgrading tools, not really upgrading. And also it depends on what your use case is. So like with the 300, I plan on going to the drag races a little bit. I know it's bone stock right now, but I plan on doing some stuff, and there's some risks that are involved, and you might have to work on your car once in a while. And I wanted to make sure I didn't need electricity or air for that. So anyways, I'm going to get all these unboxed, and I'll show you what I picked up. All right, here is the collection of everything that I got. I did realize after I checked my order, I accidentally took the grinding discs out of the cart, so I'll have to go pick them up. It was like a set of 5, I believe, for $8. It was not expensive at all. So this little overview, let's show you what I picked up. And again, this isn't everything you'll need, but it's a solid start, and everything is like upgradable from here. So the first thing I went with is this kit of 4 tools, and it's a Sawzall, a drill, an impact drill, a regular drill, and a light. The light is something that I don't really need, but hey, it comes with it, so whatever. Also included tool bag. I don't plan on using, but maybe. It came with a charger, and it came with two 2 amp hour batteries. So while the 2 amp hour batteries aren't something that I really need, it is something nice to have for, say, the light or the drill, things that you're not, if you're just using them around the house or for other things, you're not drilling into metal or something like that. Like it's very my cat came up. It's very easily usable, and then you're not using your 4 amp hour batteries. You can keep them charged for when you need them. This was on sale. I think I got it for $149. So I think I saved about $60 on this. So, that is also a reason, played into the price factor of all of this. Here are the blades for the Sawzall. I believe they cost about $15. This is the grinder that I got in fatigue, and then an impact wrench. It's easy to spend a lot of money on impact wrench. You could definitely spend more. I watched some reviews on this, and the 275 claim is fairly accurate. For the tightening torque, it does bust higher. So this, I believe, was $119 and was by far the most expensive of any of the tools individually, including this. I think the next one might have been the Sawzall at $99, and all of these tools were $70 or $80 individually, but grouped together, I got a deal. I did get a little bit set for the driver and drill. including one that has a half-inch socket on there, to put a half-inch socket on, so I can use it as a lighter duty impact. It doesn't have but about half the force, I believe, of the regular impact. It has about 150 foot-pounds of torque, I believe. These are the two 4-amp hour batteries. Again, $39. You can't find a better deal for that. That's the best you're going to find. So, anyways, this is all of them. We'll unbox them and I'll show you what you get. All right, so as you can see here, I've got everything unboxed. We've got a little light. Got a Sawzall here. Came with a blade. I didn't know that, so I didn't need to buy the blades extra, but that's all right. Got a little grinder. A 1/2-inch impact. A drill. An impact drill. Two 2-amp hour batteries. Two 4-amp hour batteries. One charger. And the bits. So that's it. That's what $475 gets you. Another thing that went into these that I forgot to mention is whether or not these tools are going to have a name brand that lasts, whether or not you can buy more batteries or chargers or other tools that will fit the batteries and chargers that you already have in 10, 15, 20 years from now. Hopefully they last that long. Who knows? So that was one of the things with brands like Hart and Ryobi and Hercules, and that I wasn't quite sure how long they would be in business, or if those companies decide to change what their branding is, or come out with another cheap model that then kind of creeps up the line, because it's an entry part. You get it cheap. It gets a bad rap for being cheap, so they make it a little better, and then all of a sudden there's no room for X brand anymore, and this one kind of takes over, because that's the type of stuff that can happen at a big box store. So one of the things that, with Milwaukee and Craftsman, Dewalt, and brands that have been around forever, Craftsman's been around for 100 years, and I felt confident now that they're owned by Black & Decker instead of Sears. Black & Decker is in deep with Walmart and Lowe's and a bunch of other companies that aren't just about power tools, with other things. So I felt a lot more confident in that brand having the longevity that will outlast the tools that I buy. Thought here, I didn't think I was going to be using this bag at all. I'm not really much of a swag person, but everything fit in it. The zipper did not zip back up, but that's okay. I can grab it, and I'm going to just go throw it in the seat in the truck. So that was a big surprise. So hey, I guess I'm glad it came with the kit.